It's Talk Erie and the Joel Natale Show. We are live from our Kingdom Financial Group studio here at 5th and State. Glad to have with us from William T. Spaeder, Bob Curtis. He is with us. He is the generator field supervisor for their operations here. And Bob, I'm so glad to have you with us here. Appreciate you coming on the show. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me back.
You got it here. All right. Again, let's remind folks kind of your background. How long have you been doing electrical, and then when did the generator thing really take off for you?
I started working in the electrical field in '86, and the generator thing kind of took off. I'd probably say it was 2000s.
Oh, yeah.
Right in that era.
Yeah.
Y2K.
Really? Y2K was the thing, huh?
Y2K was the thing. Yep.
Interesting. And, you built your business, and then more recently, in the last few years, you've come into the Spaeder wing, and you really are able to show some muscle, if you will, right?
Yeah, I have a lot more muscle behind me now, so yes, we are definitely growing.
Yeah. Let's talk about what we're talking about with these generators here. This is not the little guy that you pull open for your RV, right?
No. This is not a little guy that you're going to drag out of your garage and try to start it and pull on it for a while and it not run.
Right.
No, nothing like that at all. These are full automatic systems. Roughly 30 seconds or less. That generator will start, transfer over, and run until the power comes back on.
Is the plan that either the homeowner or the small businessman, it's basically duplicating what would be coming off the grid?
Yeah, it can be. Yes, you can run entire facilities. Correct.
And with the whole thing now, as the we're not gonna ding the utility, but let's just face it. Things are less reliable these days. What are you encountering, I guess?
Absolutely.
What's your lived experience on this?
I've sold generators in places that I never would have figured were out of power. I thought generators were going to be more countywide, and I've sold a lot of units in the city of Erie, within the city limits, a lot more than I ever anticipated.
Wow.
Yes.
And it's just because,
random outages.
Well, and if you have a freezer full of that deer that you harvested this year, I mean that was a couple $1,000 usually, or the half cow that you bought or whatever.
Or if you live more in the county, there's no water. You're on a well, you're septic, so on.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's amazing how many things require power in order for heat, for cooking, and so on.
You don't think about it until the lights go out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is it? Has any of this been weather related? The generator
Absolutely.
thing.
Yeah, weather is a big uptick in our business. That's for sure. Yes.
So let's talk. We talked about size. I mean, you can go 1,450. Like, that's a lot of kilowatts.
I mean, I can jokingly tell you, how deep is your checkbook?
I get that.
I could power anything you have. Period.
Wow. And what kinds of brands do you generally go for?
Our main brand is Kohler.
Okay.
We are also a Cummins dealer as well, and we're kind of in the process of Generac right now as well. We're just offering everything.
Obviously the generator needs fuel, so tell us about how that works.
Most of the things that we install are going to be natural gas or propane.
Okay.
That's the majority of the home style generators. When you start getting into industrial, that'll get bigger units. That could be a diesel. That could be diesel, natural gas, that kind of stuff.
So whatever, like for a homeowner, whatever they're getting for their other their heat or the hot water or what have you, you're going to use that for the generator.
Yep, we're going to tap right into that. Correct.
And the key of this whole large generator thing is they're reliable. It's not. I don't have to trudge out there and pull the cord.
No. These are automatic systems. They will automatically start up and run.
Yeah. All right. So, when somebody's like, "Oh man, power is out again. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna call Bob." All right. So how do we go about it? How do we size it out and so on?
If they call the shop, a lot of times I'll talk to you on the phone, do a little bit of investigating across the phone. I can kind of ballpark some prices on the phone just to make sure that we're serious. At that point, I just make an appointment, come out to your place, and verify what we had already talked about, and go from there.
One of the things that you guys do is you want to make sure that you right size it. You don't want to oversize it because it's just wasted money, isn't it?
It is to a point. Yes. I'm not going to come in there and figure if you need a 12 kW generator and try to sell you a 20.
Right.
There is a little borderline though that you could be between the two, and I might just say, hey, for a little more money, I can get you a little bigger, get you to a point where that generator's running a little more comfortably than maxing it out.
That's the thing is do you concern yourself with like what is the constant demand? What is the peak demand? Can you go through some of those terms?
Most of it when I go look at a job at somebody's house, your biggest load is your air conditioner.
Oh.
The starting capacity of that generator, it has to be able to handle that air conditioner. Now, I get it from a lot of people. I don't care about my air conditioner. But say you're not home and the generator, the power goes out and that generator starts. Well, you're not home. So if your air conditioner's on, I have to size that generator to fire up that air conditioner, or it's going to stall itself out and shut down.
What will shut down? The
generator.
The generator itself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If you overload it, it has sensors on it. It'll shut itself down. It'll save itself from destroying itself.
Right.
Yep.
Now, have you ever had somebody say, you know what, just well, you wouldn't want to leave the heat and the HVAC off of the circuit, would you?
We've done them before. You can do smaller generators and do selected circuits. Yeah. But a lot of times when you start doing that, the dollars and cents just don't add up.
Mm-hmm. All right. So here we are, mid-February. Is storm season coming?
It's generator season right now. We got to melt. You can see the ground now.
Yeah.
So, we'll start doing installs now.
And what's it take? Like, what's a timeline? What's this look like?
Typically, 90% of these we get done in a day.
But like, how far out are you scheduling? I guess. Yeah.
We schedule out anywhere from a week to a month.
So you can have inventory in.
I have inventory. I have stock. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And if I don't have it in stock, it's pretty quick. Stuff is not like it was in the COVID era where it took 6-8 weeks to get. I can get units in days.
So somebody hearing this right now could have a Kohler generator by the end of next week.
Absolutely. Yep, correct.
Yeah, that's so interesting. The you have some deals going here. Talk about that. Yeah.
The deals we have going on. Kohler itself is going to give away a 10-year extended warranty on every generator, the air-cooled models, and they're also giving a $300 rebate as well, and that's straight from the manufacturer.
So that total value is about $1,700. That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. The 10-year warranty is the thing. That'll cover that unit for 10 years.
Talk about the maintenance, because that's always key with these warranties, is that you keep up the generator, and the generator needs some tender loving care, doesn't it?
It's like a small car. You've got to maintain it. How many times do you do an oil change on your truck?
Right. Yes.
It's the same thing as that generator out there. So the manufacturer's going to tell you that unit needs to have maintenance done once a year or 150 hours of operation, whatever comes first.
Okay.
So if you get in a spot where that thing runs for a couple days in a long outage, you're going to have to do an oil change on it. Where if you don't get very many outages and it's just mostly cycle time, once a year is fine.
Can you talk about what has happened in the last couple of years where you knew that a lot of clients had their generators going full time?
It's certain areas. You have pockets.
Oh, okay.
I could tell you just from phone calls.
Yeah.
A day later, I could tell you certain areas that power's been out. I'll get phone calls of people. I'm tired of this.
Wow.
I hear that a lot.
It makes you wonder too. We have pretty mild weather, but we've had some folks. When you think about who was it that was out?
Oh, Tennessee, wasn't it?
Was it Tennessee just recently?
Or the Carolinas.
Nashville was out for a week.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that happening here?
It's happened here before. I can tell you, in my personal experience that would have been back in the 90s. We lived in Mill Creek on the west side, and an ice storm came through, and our power was out in our house for 3-4 days.
Wow. Did you have a generator?
No, back then I did not.
You wish you did, huh?
I wasn't in the business then.
Yeah.
You better believe I have one now, though.
Can I ask you a little bit, again, the big words are AI and electric vehicles and things like that. That makes an impact. If you have a Tesla or an EV in your driveway, yeah. You're going to want to be able to charge that no matter what, right?
That's another, yeah, exactly. That's another good point. Gas stations around here, a lot of gas stations will have generators, but your gas is your electricity.
Yeah. Wow.
So if your car's dead sitting in your garage, what good is it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Very interesting. All right. So tell us how folks can connect with Bob Curtis at William T. Spaeder.
Call our shop, 814-456-7014.
Beautiful. You guys are gonna be out at the home show next month, right?
Home show is what is it?
March 20th.
March 20th. Yes. Yeah.
So
we're gearing up for the home show right now.
Will you actually have something to show folks, you think?
Oh, we'll have the truck there again.
Okay.
We'll have that old Model T that we have. That
nice.
Truck will be down there, and this special will be going on through the home show.
That's terrific. It just really occurs to me that what used to be, quote, a luxury or just in case is now essential equipment. You seeing a lot of folks think that way?
I think it's gotten to the point where the average Joe can afford one anymore. Back in the day when generators were first really coming out, you couldn't get anything homeowner line.
Yeah.
Anything air cooled, anything small. You had to just use an industrial generator and adapt it. So once everybody started coming out with the air cooled models, the prices have really come down.
That's really something else. Again, Bob Curtis at the William T. Spaeder Company. Thanks so much for taking the time to hang with us here.
Thank you.
And great to talk about the generators here. Again, more on their website at spaeder.com, www.spaeder, SPAEDER.com. Thanks, Bob.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
It. All right, we're moving along here on this Wednesday. It's Talk Erie.